No, I think when people are mad at a person or an entity or a company, you know, whatever, they want to just sit there and shit on them, and they want to say it's all bad. They want to just sit there and like freak out about it, and they want everyone to just sit there and they want to stand in a circle and kick the person on the floor in the middle of the circle. You know what I mean? Like, it's all they want. And I'm like, well, but I did like that one thing. Or like when you're talking about games too, if a game is bad but it has like a couple things about it that are good, if I sit there and talk about those couple of things about that game that are good, people will be like, but the game was shit. And I'm like, all right, but we're talking about like this one thing. You know? Or if I talk about a game I like but then I mention like some stuff that wasn't good about it, same thing. They're like, you're a fucking hater. But I'm like, I'm just talking about this one mechanic. The rest is fine. I don't know. It makes it hard to talk about that stuff without like people getting angry. You must pick a side and only be on that side, dude. Yeah, that seems to be the attitude for sure. Yeah, Overwatch is a great example. That shit game has a couple of things that are good. Yeah. But then when you're like, oh, I really like this thing about Overwatch, you'll always have someone in the chat who'll be like, yeah, but the game is shit. And you're like, okay, we weren't talking about our full end opinion. We were talking about, you know, this one thing, right? Just this one thing. It's tough, man. When you say greetings, is the Tinder review, well, it's going to be overall dating profile. Tinder review stream going to be serious or just for funsies? What do you mean by that? Do you mean like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like, if I'm serious, that I'm like giving only advice to make it better? Or is it like, who would I pick? Because we're not doing it like that. I don't have a corporeal form. But I don't think that's what you're asking. I don't think that's what you're asking, or I hope not. Thinking how much advice versus how much we're just gassing or dissing viewers. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Both. I believe both. I don't think Geeka's gonna make fun of people's profiles, Lamau. You don't? Send yours in. Yeah, I'm gonna be really nice the whole time to everyone. I'm gonna be really nice. And I think everyone's great and you all dress well. Your hair is all good. Your hobbies are all great. Send yours in. Wait and see. Said, I don't Tinder because I know I don't have a chance. Not with that attitude. Not with that attitude at all, dude. Look, it's not about how much of a chance you have. It's about making it possible versus impossible. That's all that matters. No dating profile? Okay, you'll never meet anyone on a dating app. Dating profile? Okay, maybe you'll meet someone. That's it. I also don't think apps are the best, but they actually do seem to work for a lot of people. I think it's nice because then you can be in an environment where you're like, okay, we're all looking for something. Whereas like being out in the dating world in person, there's that extra layer of like, I don't even know if this person is available. I don't know if this person is looking for this right now. And you have to get through that first. So it takes away, it peels back that first layer. And it just, you can straight up in your profile be like looking for a long-term partnership or like looking for some short-term shit, you know, whatever. And you could just like get on the same page quicker. So I do see the value in it. I think that's the good part. But outside of that, I don't know. I think it makes it easier for people to write each other off though, because you'll say hobbies and you'll be like, I like board games. And someone will be like, loser. And then they'll like swipe no. But maybe if they met you first and you talked about that later, they wouldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? But people judge over like really tiny things nowadays because it's just written in front of them like that. And so it's like, I don't know. People are less picky in person, I feel, because they're going off of vibe and not like a list of bullet pointed things about you, you know, which is more important ultimately, I think. I have plenty of friends that if you bullet pointed out what we're interested in, none of it would match up. I wouldn't think I would be friends with that person. But then when I meet them, I get along with them really well. I really enjoy their presence, you know? So I still think in person is best. Personally, I think everyone should do speed dating all the time. I actually think speed dating is the greatest thing ever. Throw two people in a chair for 2 minutes, or across from each other in a chair for 2 minutes, and force them to just talk to each other or attempt to. You peel back that initial layer, like you know those people are there to look for somebody, okay? But you're learning about each other off of vibes and off of how you feel, and you're seeing them in person. I feel like that is just so much more efficient than doing the same thing but online. So many of my friends say that like when they use a dating app, they get a really good feeling about someone's profile, and then they meet them and they're like, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. And then they meet some random person, they don't really know them, but they're like, whoa, I feel something. You know, like, so I feel like speed dating is actually the greatest, most efficient way to wade through a pool of people. But people get nervous.